In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to duplicate your clip to create a stunning visual effect that keeps your subject in sharp focus while artistically blurring the background. Let's dive right in. First, you'll need to import your footage and place it onto the timeline. Make sure it's the right clip you want to work with and ensure everything is in order. Now, let's start working on this effect. To duplicate your clip, hold down the Alt key if you're using Windows or Option if you're on a Mac, and drag your clip to a new video track right above the original. This step gives you two layers to work with: the top layer, which will keep your subject crisp and clear, and the bottom one, which we will apply a blur effect to in just a bit. Take a moment to check that the top clip matches the length and is perfectly aligned with the bottom one. This alignment is vital as it ensures that both the blurred and unblurred layers sync throughout the footage without any hitches. Next, we want to apply a blur to the bottom clip. Begin by selecting the bottom layer, which is your original clip. Head over to the Effects panel. If you're not already familiar, you can find it by going through Window and choosing Effects. Within the Effects panel, search for Gaussian Blur located under Video Effects, then head to Blur and Sharpen. Simply drag this effect onto your bottom clip. With the effect controls now visible, adjust the blurriness setting to your preference to get that beautifully blurred background look. A small tip here: check the Repeat Edge Pixels option if you see it. This prevents the blur from darkening or bleeding around the edges, which keeps your footage looking neat and professional. Now, we'll focus on masking the subject on the top clip. Click on the top clip in your timeline to activate it. In the Effect Controls tab, find the area under Opacity or under the Blur effect if that's where you're working. You'll see there are mask tools available such as Ellipse, Rectangle, and the Free Draw or Pen tool. Use these to draw a mask around the subject you intend to keep in focus. After you've drawn your mask, don't forget to check the Invert Mask option. This ensures the mask insulates the subject, effectively applying the blur only to the background. You can soften the transition between the sharp subject and the blurred background by increasing the mask feather. Play around with mask expansion if you need the mask to be slightly larger or smaller relative to your subject. Should there be any movement in the subject or camera, you may need to track your subject. With the mask selected, look for Mask Path in Effect Controls, and either set manual keyframes by clicking the stopwatch, or use the tracking buttons to let the software follow the mask automatically. Post-auto tracking. Make sure to review and correct any parts where the mask might stray from the subject. Lastly, let's preview and refine. Play your timeline to see how the sharp focus and background blur are working together. You might need to tweak the mask feather, its expansion, or blur intensity. If the mask edges appear too sharp, increase the feather. If the blur seems off, adjust the blurriness value. Once you're happy with how everything looks, render the timeline for smooth playback. And there you have it. You've successfully learned how to duplicate and edit your clips for a dynamic visual effect. Great job following along.